2020 hindsight, we'll probably call it. Looking back, trying to get the lessons learned about resilience, about business continuity and more. A lot more that we've got to do to get the best opportunity out of this mess that we're currently in. And to do that, we need some way of learning, some way of capturing, and it's useful to look at it in terms of looking backwards. If we're going to do a review, an after-action review, then we need data from each of the things that we're doing now. We need to be able to compare in order to have something to learn, which means that in every action we need to be capturing the information, capturing the insights. If we don't do that, there's no way of going back in time to get it again. And to do that also, we need to have had enough of a plan to make sure that we're collecting the data in the first place, the information, the insights. So on the top of that, we need to have scope, clarity and all the rest. So once we understand the importance of that, we've then got how do we actually learn from it? And for that, I use a modified version of the standard US Army after action review. There's two rules there, absolute. One of them is that pin your stripes at the door. Everyone had a job to do. Everyone is responsible for their part. No one is more important than any other. If we can't get that, then we're going to learn nothing. And the other, even more important rule, no blame. The moment there is blame, no one is going to learn anything. Everyone is going to play cover your backside. So those are the two rules. And the after action review has really 5 parts to it. The first one was, what was supposed to happen? That means that we need to have had some kind of plan to be able to make sense of what we were seeing around. The second one is, what actually happened? Well, again, to do that, we need to be capturing that information, which should have been part of the plan. Next one, what was the source of the difference between what we expected and what we actually got? And for the coronavirus issues at the moment, there's a lot of gaps that we'll be starting to see. Things that fell over, things that didn't work at all, but also some surprising ones that did, such as one I just heard today about people saying that they had 68 people on a Zoom meeting, and after it they decided they actually didn't want to do in-person meetings again. So there are some useful insights to be gained. So having understood what the sources are, we then look at it in a personal sense and say, what can I do differently to do it better next time? What did I miss? What did I learn? And then finally, what could we do differently? We're always part of a team. So all the individual what can I do better? There's also how we interact with each other. So what can we learn to do better as a team next time anything like this comes around? So looking with hindsight 2020, looking at this disastrous year with systematic way will give us the best learnings. That's one thing that we can learn from looking at enterprise architecture, looking with enterprise architecture lens at the whole coronavirus mess.